Hey folks, my name's Ben, and I remember when I was applying for jobs, you'd often look at a job advert and you really had no idea what you're applying for. And so I thought what I'd do is just shoot a pretty basic video to give you a bit of a look around the office and talk a little bit about what it's like to work here so that you can see what you think and hopefully be honest about some of the good and the bad. Firstly, I'd describe Alliance as smart but casual, and by smart I mean there's two pretty tough technical tests that people have got to pass to get in here, and so everybody that works here has a fair degree of software engineering skill. We've also got some guys that are really talented in our UX department. Myself and the other business owner are both software engineers by background, and so there's a fair degree of sort of, I suppose, intellectual capacity in the building, but beyond that, we're also pretty laid back. If people want to work from home occasionally, that's fine. We're pretty relaxed on starting times. We've tried to make the office nice and cool. We've got a good pool table and just some nice relaxation areas as well. So I'd call us smart but casual as a starting point. In terms of salary, we've got a reasonably unique setup there. Essentially, everybody here has an expectation for I suppose a base number of hours, typically say 6.5 to 7 hours per day. And then beyond that, we have paid overtime. So we've got some people with family commitments or young kids, and really that base amount of time allows them the flexibility to do other stuff. And then we've got other people who have plenty of time or have a strong financial motivation. They want to do lots of time, and there's lots of opportunity to do that. I've had exposure to some of the big consulting firms where they put people on a set salary and then they flog them really hard late into the nights, and people are working on weekends, and I despise that. I didn't want anything to do with it. And so we tried to create a culture that was very different from that. Most people would listen to music, or a lot of people listen to music with headphones as they work, and that's fine. We try and create a culture where once we've set developers up on projects, obviously they'll talk within their team, but other than that we try and give people relatively good chunks of time so they can actually focus and concentrate on their work. We understand the importance of not interrupting people too much. One of the things about having owners who are engineers is we try not to make dumb technical decisions. We try not to do things that are going to cause us pain down the track from a technical perspective. So technical quality is a big part of our decision-making process. Probably the core aspect of our culture would be transparency. So we're very transparent in terms of, you can ask me any question you like. We're open in terms of with our staff, certainly with clients. There is never a culture of, if we make a mistake, we try and cover things up. The saying that I want everybody, if there's a problem, I want everybody to know about it, because then we can all get together and solve it as quickly as we can. I really hate office politics, so we try and just be really, I suppose, transparent in that fashion as well. In terms of what you might not like, probably the biggest gripe for people who work here is time cards. So you essentially have to enter time cards. That's the basis of both how we bill our clients, and it's also how we do the paid overtime arrangements. And so generally that's the biggest gripe that people would have in terms of working here. So hopefully that's a good summary of what it's like to work here. If you're thinking about applying, just a couple of things that I'd encourage you to think about. Firstly, whilst we are very much in the Python and JavaScript, Linux kind of space, if you don't have direct skills in that, but you've done a lot of programming and you know you're a good programmer in other areas, we very much take the long-term view. Most of our people who've been here more than 5 years. A number of them are sort of 10 years. And so for people with great skills, we'll actually teach you those things, providing you're comfortable to work in Python and in JavaScript. The other thing that we're very happy to do is understand if you're working in a place that's okay at the moment, but you're looking for something different, often taking that jump can be a bit of a risk. And so one of the things that we're really happy to do is take a week of holidays from your current job, come and work here for a week. We'll pay you for the week, and then at the end of that time, you can decide whether we're the right place for you. So if you get through our recruitment process, but you're still a little bit nervous, that's an option that we make available to everybody, and very happy to do. So hopefully we can see you apply, and thanks very much for your time.